can't stand dirty glasses. I really can't. Hey, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all have had a great day. I've had a pretty awesome day myself. It is 3 p.m. right now. I've been home for maybe 45 minutes. It was nice to call it at 2 p.m. I was on the road for 10 hours. But that's not the point of this video. This video is going to be dedicated 100% to my little fur babies. You know, I have made many videos and you see little clips of them in all these videos, but you really don't know the backstory on Leo and Kobe. If you do not know who Leo is, I'm going to put him right here. Yeah, that's my little Leo. He is a sweet boy. And let me show you Kobe right here. Yeah, that's my little Leo, my little Kobe. They are pretty special. They are awesome. Let's start with Leo. Where did we come up with this name, Leo? Well, let me tell you. Back in the 80s and 90s, my favorite movies were action movies. And my favorite actor back in the day was Jean-Claude Van Damme. And he's got so many good movies. Look him up. Hit after hit after hit. But my favorite movie was definitely Lionheart. And his name in that movie was Lionheart. And for some reason, it just stayed in my brain. And I'm sitting there as a kid. We never have a dog. Never. We had a cat. Nope. Never, ever did we have a dog. But I believe that every kid, every house, every home should have a dog. Dogs will make this world a better place. Will definitely bring the family together. I believe that. Dogs are special. There's something about a dog that is just a little extra special. But let's go back to Leo. Yeah, watched so many movies, sitting there as a kid, and that was the movie. And I heard the name Leo. And I told myself that, yeah, one day if I ever have a dog, that's what I'm going to name him. And the years went by, year after year, moving around apartment to apartment, restrictions. You can't have pets, you can't have this, you can't do that. And life was a little rough at that point. I was going through a lot of things, personal things. But I felt like things were turning around. I met my best friend. The first blessing in my life was my best friend. We lived in an apartment. Of course, couldn't have a dog in the apartment. And then, of course, a dog wasn't even something in mind at that time. Of course, throughout the years, it's always been a thought, like, if I ever get a dog, his name will be Leo, and it will be a pug. But it is what it is, you know? We were just living life. And things were a little rocky for me, for sure. But meeting my best friend, that was the first step of my life turning around and actually becoming what it is today. We were together maybe a year, 2 years, and I said, let's buy a 3 family. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can probably get a dog. I've always wanted a pug. And I'm going to name him Leo. I'm telling my best friend this. It's like, oh, why? Oh, because of the movie from the 90s, Lionheart. His name was Leo. And I've always thought, if I ever get a pug, I'm going to name him Leo. So, oh, that's a nice name. So, still not thinking much of it. Not thinking I'm going to get this home, 3 family home. It's a lot of work. If you purchase a home in your life, you already know it's a lot of work. But everything worked out. Able to get the home. Maybe 6 months after we owned this home, we're driving by this place. And cats, dogs, birds, snakes, you name it, they have it. Let's go check it out. Let's go see if they have any pugs. So we did. Walked in there looking for pugs. No pugs. Asked the girl that worked there, hey, do you know when you're gonna get any pugs in? No, we don't know. It's they're hard to come up. You know, people want pugs all the time, so as soon as they come in, they're gone. But she was like, there are more pugs out there. We can have it shipped in. He can be shipped in right here. We can show you pictures. He's gonna have a chip in his neck, right? He's gonna have a chip. Vaccinated, all that good stuff. Cool. We've seen a bunch of different pictures, and yeah, we want him. So here comes Leo in a plane. Louisiana, I believe that's where he came from. No, it's not. It's Kansas. Kansas. That's where he came from. Yep, Leo came all the way from Kansas to Massachusetts. Yeah. I remember the first time picking up Leo. Yeah, very cold. My goodness. Cold. 10 degrees outside. We go pick him up, and of course my best friend, she was working, so I was like, hey, let me go and see if he's good to come with me. So that's what I did. I went in there and, hey, I'm here to get Leo. She said, oh yeah, he's in the other room. All right, nice. Let me go see him. Oh boy, oh boy. The minute she opened the door and he was in the cage, he wasn't laying down. He was just standing there like a statue. Just looking around like, wow, what a sweet little boy. I looked at him and I'm like, hey, Leo. And he turned his head like pugs do. They're so amazing. I could fit Leo in the palm of my hand. All the way home, I held him in my lap. I held him all the way home. About 27 miles. His first night was a little rough. He was not used to the atmosphere. But sure enough, he got comfortable real quick. Real quick. It's been amazing since. It's been amazing having Leo. And then maybe 3 years later, we decided we're going to sell this home. 3-family home? Sweet baby Jesus. It's a lot of work. It's a full-time job. I was already working 60 hours a week in the restaurant and running a 3-family. Whew, wow, what a job. I'm selling. We're moving to Florida. You see, the problem was my mom was always around and she had a dog. So Leo always had companionship. Sorry about the noise. Some people like that noise. Hey, just keeping it real. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep going. Where was I? That's right. We were going to move to Florida. And my mom was always around and she had a dog. And Leo was always with the dog. So we said, we're going to move to Florida and Leo's going to be all by himself. What are we going to do? Well, there's nothing we can do. Let's just go. I mean, look, eventually we'll figure something out. That's what we said. I got the U-Haul. I got my car attached to the U-Haul. The U-Haul is fully loaded. We are ready to hit 95 and go, 1,500 miles to Florida. 23 hours it took us. Before we hit the road, though, somebody sent my best friend a picture. Hey, we got pugs that we want to sell. My pug just had babies, like 7 babies, maybe 2 months ago, and we have a bunch of pugs, and we're looking to sell them. My best friend sent me the picture. Oh, he's very cute. Yeah, he's cute, isn't he? Yeah, he's cute. How much they want for him? Oh, okay. Cheaper than Leo. A little less money. Because Leo has a chip in his neck and Kobe doesn't. But we said, let's go by there and check it out. Check all these pugs out. They're all running around. A bunch of pugs running around. And then we said, he's the one right there. A big pug. You see these pugs, right? They're not your normal size. They're big boys. They're stocky, big boned, I would say. They're not fat. They're big boned. So, on the way to Florida, we're discussing what's his name. We got Leo. We know why I picked that name. I love that name since I was a kid. So we were just like coming up with all these different names. Shaq, Brady, Jordan, bunch of different names. I'm like, no, I got it. Kobe, the Black Mamba. And that was it. It stuck. That's Kobe all day. His personality, oh my goodness. And their personalities. Let's go to their personalities. Leo is a little more timid, a little more shy. He goes outside. He'll make sure he's not stepping on nothing crazy. Very sweet boy, always wants attention. Kobe's definitely more independent. He's just a little more goofy in his personality. If you've watched the channel in the past, I open the back door and he's spin-a-rooney. Yeah, he loves it. He loves going out there and he just does his own thing. Kobe is so easy. He's such a sweet, easy to deal with. He doesn't ask for much. Kobe is like, torn ACL he had, not a beep. He did not cry. He did not whimper, bark, nothing. He is so sweet. But he's definitely a little more independent, more self, what do you call it? He's just does things on his own. Like, he likes to stay in the bathroom. We keep him in the bathroom. We have a king-size bed for him in there. And he's all stretched out. He loves it. Like, we try to keep him in the room with us. He does not like it. He's very independent. So, like, what are we going to do? Let's get a king-size bed for him. Let's put it in the bathroom and see what happens there. He absolutely loves it. I go in the bathroom, he's stressed out like he's King Kobe, And of course, Leo's he's just a sweet boy. I mean, he's always wants to be next to me, always. Next to his dad, loves his dad. And very sweet, very innocent, very shy. I mean, Kobe and Leo go to the vet every single year. They get their shots, their flea and tick medicine. They get all their stuff. And Kobe wants to be everybody's friend. Nope, not Leo. Leo is hiding behind me. A very sweet kid. They're both very sweet. But Kobe has a different personality. More spontaneous, more goofy. You know what I mean. Leo's just, Dad, what are we doing here? Dad, let's go home. Yeah, Leo's so sweet. They're both so sweet. I love them so much. But for being pugs, they're complete opposites. So Leo's 11. He'll be 12 in November. And Kobe's 8. He'll be 9 in August. So they're getting older. And they have been in many videos. That's why I'm making this video right here. Letting you all know their backstory. Why we named them Leo. Why we named them Kobe. Our journey moving to Florida with Leo and Kobe. And how much we love them. And everybody on the planet should have a dog. This world would be a better place. If only humans could act like dogs. We would have peace on earth. We really would. It's amazing. Yeah, they're getting older. Leo's getting older. He is most likely, you've seen the video that I put his bowl of food right in front of him. He doesn't even know it's there. He's blind, 100%. Very athletic, though. Very, very athletic. He still can sense where he's going. He can jump from the floor onto the bed. He still knows his way to the backyard. He's very athletic. It's crazy how that works, though. I've never seen a pug that athletic like Leo. Through the years, he would just run the way he runs and the way he cuts corners and the way he would jump on a bed like 3 feet from the ground onto a bed. But then everything else, he's so timid, but he's so athletic. And then Kobe, he is not athletic one bit. But he's the goofy one. He's the one that wants to spin a Rooney outside. You know what I mean? He wants to be out there doing his spin-a-roonies, and he's very goofy and outgoing. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing having Leo and Kobe. And I would love to have him for many more years. Many more years. Of course, who knows what tomorrow brings for all of us, not just dogs, humans too. Who knows what tomorrow brings? But let me tell you, once again, everybody on earth should feel the love of a dog. And as much as I love both of them the same, there's just something a little extra about Leo. He is my soul dog. The minute I opened that door and I seen him in the cage and how sweet he looked, and I said, Leo, and he turned his face and I held him. There's just something about Leo. If you have a dog and you have had your soul dog, you know what I'm talking about. You know, and I love them both. And I most likely will have more dogs in the future. But there's only one soul dog. And Leo is mine. Especially, you know, knowing this when I was a kid. If I ever have a dog, I'm going to name him Leo. And it'll be a pug. And sure enough, the years go by. Things fall into place. Here we are. I do have my soul dog. It's amazing how that is. You know what I'm talking about. If you have a soul dog, you already know. You know, I went into a dealership when I was purchasing the Chevy Trailblazer, and this gentleman, is that how you say it? Gentleman was maybe 70 years old. He was probably the main guy at the Chevy dealership, and he was sitting there like he's been there for 40, 50, 60 years. And he had a picture behind him of himself and a dog. And he must have been 35 years old. And he has that same picture with that dog. That most likely is his soul dog. And he's 70 now. So 30, 40, 50, 60, 40 years go by. You never forget your soul dog. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make with that. You never forget. I'm sure he's had many dogs. And he loves them all. But there's that one that he keeps a picture on his desk at the Chevy dealership. So it's pretty much it. I mean, that's the journey. They're both sweet boys. Leo and Kobe. Kobe is the way he is. You see him in the videos, his tongue is out. Yeah, he's very outgoing. Leo's a sweet boy. He's my soul dog. I love him so much. As a matter of fact, we do have a picture for the first time in all the years we've had him. We went to take Christmas pictures. Maybe a little embarrassing. I was talked into doing this, so I'm actually going to put that picture right here. Don't laugh. I'm going to put that picture right here. Yeah, I know. I was talked into it. But you know what? It was a sweet moment. And something like that you never forget. Things like that, little things like that, will stay with you for the rest of your life. Yeah, life is great. But let me tell you, everybody out there on this planet should have a dog. Especially kids. Yeah, it teaches kids a lot. It teaches them when to feed them, when to take them for walks. And it just brings families together. Growing up, I wasn't, blessed enough to have a dog. But something gravitated me towards a dog. And it's always been a pug. But anyways, that's the story. Leo and Kobe. You have seen them in many videos, but there's the backstory. It's amazing. It's really amazing how everything falls into place. Bought the home up north. We got Leo. 3 years later, we sold that home because it was a nightmare. Being a landlord is not fun. For me, anyways. Many people out there love it. But for me, being a landlord, no thank you. Maybe if I didn't work a full-time job, I wouldn't have a second full-time job. Maybe that was the problem. But the day we moved to Florida, we were ready to hit 95 all the way down. And we get a picture of Kobe. It's meant to be. It was meant to be. 24 hours, 23, 24, whatever it took us to get here. I would put the music on. Kobe would not say nothing, a peep. You wouldn't hear nothing from Kobe. As soon as I lowered the music, yeah, he starts, what's going on? Where's the music? I turn it up, quiet. Leo went with my best friend. Kobe went with me on the way down to Florida. But that's all I got. It may be a long video, but everything worked out. Everything did work out. And everything, what's meant to be is meant to be. Right? I believe that. I am so dead on what's meant to be is meant to be. And everything falls into place at the right time. Even, you know, life was a little rough back in the day. Growing up, things were not always the greatest. We moved around a lot. And even as a young adult, I moved around a lot. I was a mess. A lot of personal reasons that I'm not going to get into in this video. But as soon as I met my best friend, that was it. Things started turning around. I met her, bought the home, we got Leo, we got Kobe, we moved to Florida, we bought a home here, and life is great. So that's the end of this video. I've talked long enough. I guess at the end of this video, the last thing I can really say is, get yourself a dog. Dogs are very special. I'm checking out of this one. We'll see you on the next one. You know? That's right, one more thing. I wanted to show you my shirt. You know, the funny thing is, I got 1,000 shirts and I rotate between 4 or 5 shirts. But look at this shirt right here. It's not my problem anymore. When I sold my 3 family up north, I said, thank you, Jesus. It's not my problem anymore. The day I left the restaurant world, thank you, Jesus. It's not my problem anymore. I don't have to carry anybody. And you know something? I think it's a beautiful day out here. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It's only, what time is it? I've been talking, 20 minutes? 25 minutes? Way too long. Sorry about that. But you know what? It's time to go for a walk on the beach. I might not spend much time there, but yeah. Let's go enjoy the beach for a little bit. Yeah. I'm checking out of this one. We'll see you on the next one. You know? Love Gatorade. Delicious.